Hey everyone, how's it going? So recently in RuneScape there was a lot of new content added with the release of the Kevos Lowlands, and the main thing I'm going to be covering is the farming guild. So I'm going to cover all the level requirements to get in each tier, as well as all the new patches and everything else that comes along with it. So first I'm going to pull up the world map, and you can see here Kevos Lowlands. Right up here in the top northwest, we have the farming guild. And these are all the different 3 tiers it's broken into. So first, in order to enter the farming guild, you need a farming requirement of level 45 to actually be able to get through these front doors. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So once you actually get inside, there's a long little hallway here with a few different NPCs. We got Guildmaster Jane, and she'll kind of tell you everything you need to know. Well, a little bit of information about the farming guild, and you can also pick up farming contracts from her. So these are kind of like the farming equivalent of Slayer, I suppose you could say. You just click the contract option. Right now, I currently have a farming contract. It's to grow a dragon fruit tree. So whatever she wants you to grow, it could range from trees to bushes to flowers, herbs. You have to grow them within the guild, and after you harvest them completely, you'll get a notification just down in the chat box. It'll say that you've completed the contract. Go speak to her, and she'll give you a seed box as a reward. So pretty cool, and they'll just give you basically any kind of seed. It's all random, and you just hope to get a really good seed out of it. We have some other random NPCs similar to the ones that you find in other farming areas, like Alana. She's just got general farming tools, and we also have garden supplier. She just has all sorts of bag trees and plants. And then a little further down, we have a poll booth to go vote, and as well as a bank deposit box and a bank chest. So thanks for everybody if you're not fortunate enough to get into the tier 3, which we'll get to. So here's the tier 1 of the guild, and here we have a flower patch. I have nasturtiums in there right now, also a bush patch, and then 2 allotments, as well as a big compost bin. And I believe how it goes is that this can hold double the amount of the regular compost bins that you find around Gillinor. Come over here, and we have another special patch. You can plant cactuses, as well as the new addition of potato cactus. So that's everything that you can find within the very first tier. Also, master farmers within the farming guild that you can pickpocket. Now we're going to go over to the second tier. So to access the second tier, you're going to need 65 farming. Once you have that, you can go through this gate. Now, all the notable things within the second tier, you can see we have herb patch, another master farmer which you can pickpocket. We have the Anima Patch, where you can plant the new Anima seeds, which are only obtainable through the Hespori boss. The Hespori boss, as you see in my last video, is down in this cave here. And if you die down here, as I mentioned before, you can simply collect all the stuff that you lost from him. I'm not sure what the cost would be to collect it. I haven't died here yet, and I can't imagine anyone will really die down there. So, but yeah. And if you talk to him, he'll give you some information about the patch itself, just telling you that it won't be diseased, things like that. Over here we have a tree patch, just for wooden trees. I had a maple tree here because my last contract was to grow a maple tree. Just haven't cleared it yet. We also have a tool leprechaun, this nice little statue, and yeah, all kinds of cool things in here. And I should cover the different anima seeds. I wanted to talk about this a little more in my last video, but since that was about Hespori, I figured that wouldn't really be a suitable time. But now we can, so let's just go look at them real quick. So you can see there's 3 different animal seeds. I'm just going to cover all their benefits. You can see here it gives you a little brief description, but I'll kind of cover them in a little more detail. So the Chronos seed increases speed of growth. Now, I don't actually know how much faster the growth of your plants will be, but because I haven't actually planted it myself yet, I do have one in the bank, and that's what I plan to plant next. Iazor, so this decreases chance of disease, and then Addis, and this increases yield. They all have the same level requirements, and these effects from all the seeds are universal, so these will happen to all of your plants all throughout Gielinor, not just within the guild, as some may think. Yeah, so those are those. Now, moving on to the 3rd tier. So you come up here all the way to the north, and then if you have, in order to access this, you need 85 farming. So once you have 85, you can get through these little gates, and there are some really cool patches within the tier 3. So one of the really interesting ones to note is the Slastress patch. So the Slastress tree, if we go check, let's go look. It's probably in special, I'm guessing. Yes, so 85 requirement, also the same as that requirement to even get into this. So if you can get in here, then you're good to plant this. Potato cactus times 8 payment to watch it. You would just pay Taylor, and once you harvest the Slastress tree, you get Slastress bark. You can use a knife on the bark and fletch the bark into battle staves. So really cool, neat update. I really do like this tree. Very interesting, in my opinion. Also, another notable patch in here, which is really nice, is the Spirit Tree patch. Now, this is really, really cool, in my opinion, because if you have a Spirit Tree ring in your house, then, I mean, you can just see the benefit, right? Just go to your Spirit Tree within your house, teleport to the Farming Guild, and just look how close this is to a bank, right? It's awesome. Definitely another really close teleport method to a bank to add to the existing ones. Other than that, you can see there's a fruit tree patch over there. I just have some pineapples growing in there right now. Just some cool cosmetic things around here. A little bench, like all kinds of things. Sleeping cat, rabbit. Another 2 leprechaun. There's 2 leprechauns all throughout here. Again, NPC characters to pay to watch your plants. Another master farmer, which you can pickpocket. And as I mentioned earlier, the bank booth, which is a really popular little hangout spot. And one of the really cool parts about this whole update is this. And mine is actually done growing now, which is awesome. But yeah, you can grow red trees in the Farming Guild, which is crazy. I forget the farming requirement. I'm assuming it's 90. Let's go check real quick. Okay, it's going to be in special. Yeah, 90. So same as like for wood cutting to cut it, you need 90 wood cutting. To plant it, you need 90 farming. Payment of 6 dragon fruits to have it watched. And yeah, I don't even remember quite how long it took me to grow this. But it definitely, it took a few days at least. And if we go over here, you can see that it has quite a lot of stages it needs to go through. 11 stages it has to go through in order to finish growing completely. And the stages, yeah, they take quite a while, but very cool that you can plant this in here. And you know, if you want to store your logs, it's extremely close to the bank booth, so I really like that. And this is actually quite convenient. For the purpose of this video, we can just go check and see how much experience you actually get from harvesting this. So let's just check health. 22,000, so pretty similar to the Spirit Tree. I think it's 21 or 21,000 to harvest a Spirit Tree. And same as in the Woodcutting Guild, if you climb up here, you can cut it, you can chop it down, and it works just the same. it'll grow back. You can keep cutting it, and yeah, super cool. Really like that. And there's nothing else really notable in here. She'll watch it for you if you pay her. Another leprechaun. Yeah, that's basically all the contents within the new farming guild. So really cool update in my opinion. I love it. It's a all the extra patches are a huge addition if you do constant farm runs. And yeah, just to cover all the new seeds as well now that were added. Now I've been fortunate enough to and we're back. I just wanted to I just went ahead and cut that whole portion of me entering my bank pin because well I don't really want anyone if I get hacked. I don't want my bank pin being seen, so yeah, goes without saying. But as I was saying earlier, I'm just going to go over all the new seeds that were also added. I've been fortunate enough to get all of them now at this point. They're all really cool in my opinion. I like all of them. So we're going to scroll through and we can just look at each one at a time. So the first really cool one to look at here is snape grass. So you can now grow snape grass in your allotments patches with 61 farming. And yeah, you typically get a pretty good amount of snape grass when you harvest, pretty similar to like watermelons, for instance. So really cool. Let's go hops. Nothing in there. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. No new trees. Now for fruit trees, we got dragon fruit trees. Again, very cool. I've already planted a couple of these, and I'm about to plant another one here soon since that's my contract. Payment of 15 coconuts to have it watched, and 81 farming requirement to plant this. So very cool. Bushes, no new bushes. There is new flower as well, which is the white lily. So as I mentioned in my last video, you can kind of see how all these, like this protects onions, right? This protects cabbage, so and so and so. This protects everything. So this will protect anything that you want, the white lily. Super cool. And it looks pretty nice too when it fully grows. I've already had a few of them. Yeah, super cool. And also no new herbs, special. So special, you've already seen the Hespori boss. That was my last video. And I really do like this. I think it's really cool. It's an easy, just daily to go do if you have the seeds, plant it every 24 hours, or it's every 30 hours or so. You can go kill it easily and hope you get some good loot. As well as I mentioned earlier, the Anima seeds. I also mentioned all their benefits that they give. Very cool. The Slashrus tree. Again, I showed you guys that. Also another really cool one. And I believe that is all. Yeah. Oh, and it also, yeah, it'll tell you here. If you go to if you're ever curious and you forget the requirements, it's all listed in here to get in here. And yeah, those are all the new seeds. And yeah, you can get. I was gonna say you can. Most of the seeds are all tradable. I think the only ones that aren't tradable are the Anima seeds. The only way you can get the Anima seeds is through Hespori, and the Hespori seeds are also untradeable. And the only way you can get the Hespori seeds is through your seed boxes from farming contracts, as well as you'll have a chance to randomly get a Hespori seed through just farming, just anything you normally farm, herbs, trees, anything like that. And as I mentioned in my last video, if you do get the seed from farming, it'll just pop in your inventory and you'll get a little notification down here just saying that you found a Hespori seed. And yeah, that's all the information really to cover about the farming guild. And it's a little bit of information to cover. So I hope that this can give you guys some good knowledge about the farming guild. And if you haven't really given it a try yet, maybe this video will make you feel a little more comfortable coming in here and experimenting with everything and trying out the new seeds. And yeah, so that's going to be it for today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day.